Hello guys, and welcome back to my little area, my little tray that I use for one specific video, and that is my game pickup video. I'm actually surprised I actually got through April. I actually got the amount of games I actually would. I was actually going to make this a 2-monther again, but luckily I found some games that were cheap, good, and I can't stop playing them. But yeah, welcome to April's game pickup video, like I already said. Now, over here, I have some games that I got at a GameStop, or not GameStop, but a game shop. And the other ones I got online, and the other ones I bought either day one or a few days after. But that's not really important. What is important is my game collection, what I picked up. And I'm going to start with the ones I got the least amount to the most of. And surprisingly enough, the first one is a PS3 game. This is Folklore. Truth be told, I heard some things about this game. Reviews for this were actually kind of positive, and they actually liked the way this game looked. I think Moogle actually did a Let's Play of this game. I might be mistaken. If he did, I'll probably link it down below so you can check this game out. I think this was actually one of the reasons why I got into it. He was talking about it before, and he said this game was actually really good. Do I know this for sure? Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't know for sure. But it is good though, so I can actually try this game out. Luckily, I got the converter box that I ordered to work, surprisingly enough. So yeah, I might play this game soon to see how it works. So I'm gonna put that to the side. The other game that I purchased is a PS1 game, which is called Fear Effect. I actually don't know much about this game. I know it's made by Eidos, or published by Eidos. I think it's published / developed by Eidos. I think it is. Oh wait, let's see. There's something right there. I think it's Kronos. That's Kronos right there. Yeah. For people that don't know what Eidos is, they're the people that made the Tomb Raider games and also helped out in association with Batman Arkham Asylum. As for this game, I believe this is supposed to be a survival horror or an action-adventure game. Again, I will put text saying what it is. But it looks good. It looks surprisingly good. And this was the game I actually got for free. I figured, why not get a game for a system that I don't have much of? So, there we go. That actually explains why I have this game. For this, too, I'm actually kind of curious to see how this game plays out. I kind of wish they had it for the PSN, like for PS3, but they don't. But anyways, I have now moved on to systems I have 2 games for. Luckily for the Wii, it's actually a, well, I would say side-by-side, like a saga, which is Red Steel and Red Steel 2. This one I got on Amazon for $5, but I got this one for $15 at the game shop that I went to. Now, from what I hear from Red Steel, the series as a whole, it has what I call the Assassin's Creed effect, how the first one was not that great, but the sequel improved. Like, this one's supposed to take place in, like, a present-day Japan where you're part of the Yakuza. This one, it's more like a steampunk western, and the character kind of reminds me a bit of Alucard from Hellsing, mashed with Trigun's character, Vash. But yeah, I heard this game was actually really good, a lot better than the first one, only because the controls for it improved. As you can see right there, that's the not Motion Steel Plus, the Wii Motion Plus. As you can see right here, yeah, it's like, your fate lies within your grasp, even though it's not that great. But yeah, multiple weapons, real moves, and head-to-head combat. Well, this one looks a hell of a lot better. As you can see, as a review from Nintendo Power, finally, wielding a sword feels as real as you always dreamed. I kind of wish the Star Wars games actually did it like this too. I think another game that had that problem, that the controls didn't work, was Dragon Quest Swords, but that game's kind of hard to come by. But yeah, I own the entirety of Red Steel finally. Next up is the Switch. I actually got 2 games for the Switch. Starting with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I was actually skeptical about this because from a lot of people say it's the same game, but in my opinion, it's the same game, but it's revamped to actually play better. Like, for one, they have more characters for it. Like they have Inkling Boy and Girl from Splatoon, King Boo, Dry Bowser, Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr., and they have more maps for it too. So I'm actually curious to see how it plays out, to see how their maps play and how they play. And also, like I said, they also include the DLC. They have Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda, mostly with Link, and the Hyrule Circuit, which we played. Me and my fiance played it together, and it's actually pretty fun. I hadn't played Mario Kart in forever, so it's going to be a transition to get into. This would actually make like a nice Let's Play to do, probably, or like a versus series with probably people online or things of that nature. So yeah, as for Nintendo claiming it, I actually don't care, actually. Moving on. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Now, this was a game I was actually kind of curious about and actually really wanted to get. One, I am a big fan of Tetris. I actually really like playing that game. I usually spend a lot of time playing it. But Puyo Puyo I have not really played much of except for Kirby's Avalanche, which is actually a North American version, or the SNES version of it, while I believe that the Genesis version had Mr. Robotnik's or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was the same thing. Both games were really good. But this one was actually surprisingly good. They could play in both Tetris and Puyo Puyo. Or Puyo Puyo. I don't know. I call it Puyo Puyo. It's just me. But this game is really good. If you have a Switch and you have $40, it's really good. But hold on. I think I actually had something else with this too. Because I got it physically, because the Switch was the only one that had it physically, I actually got keychains with it. Now, my personal favorite, like, this is the Tetris block. I was surprised that they actually had this form of it, which I don't know why. But personally, my favorite one is the Puyo, because it actually looks kind of cute. Although I kind of wish they had like a double-sided thing, but they don't. So, yeah. But like I said, if you want a good puzzle game and you have a Switch or PS4, because I believe this is on PS4 as well, get this. This is actually pretty fun. And the last thing that I have, which I have the most of, is PS4. Starting with Lego City Undercover. Now, funny enough, I actually do own this game for the Wii, but I heard they actually improved a little bit of this, a little bit for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch versions. This one has co-op, while the Wii U version didn't. Makes sense. And also, you can actually do a lot more with it, I believe. I don't know. But the version I got came with a Lego set. See, it came with like a little police car. Like a little policeman. It's like, push. I'm sorry, when it comes to Lego games, I'm a kid at heart. I actually really like Lego sets. That's like part of my childhood. So, yeah. This game, it actually, back to the game itself, it actually runs smoothly on the PS4. It's not 60 frames per second like I believe, and most people believe it is. It's 30 frames, but it actually runs really smoothly. So, if you don't have it for the Wii U or don't have a Wii U, but you do have a PS4 and you have kids around, that game's actually pretty good to play with. It's essentially Grand Theft Auto Lego version. Persona 5. What can I say about Persona 5 that most people have not? For one, this is by far my game of the year for this year. And a lot of people are going to say that it's too early to tell, but it really is. I made a joke saying that Breath of the Wild might win it, but again, that was a joke. But yeah, this game, oh my god, besides the shiny case that I got with it for the Take Your Heart edition, this game is really good. It combines all the elements from the other Persona games. Like, not the visuals, it kind of has visuals more like from Catherine, but it has the color scheme of 4 and 3 combined. It has elements of 3 with Mementos, which is kind of like Tartarus, and it kind of has the story that goes alongside with Persona 4. Like in Persona 4, you actually go into the TV world to save victims that have been kidnapped, but you see their desire, or not desires, but what really goes on inside their head. While in this one, you see the distorted desires of adults. which it does something original with it, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it has a better story in my opinion. And the characters, I had a problem with the characters at first, but later on I kind of grew to love them. So overall, this is the best Persona game by far. Also, to compare, like to add elements of the other Persona games, it has the gun. Like in Persona 1, I believe in Persona 2 as well, they have a gun. You can actually fire guns that's a range attack. This is what they brought in. And along with that, they added in DLC that has, from all the games, they have Shin Megami Tensei If, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, soon they're probably going to put Devil Survivor, Persona 4, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Persona 4 Arena, Persona 3, Persona 2, Persona 1, and Catherine, actually. And I'm actually really good, but really mad, because this is going to take the majority of my money. So yeah, if you are a newcomer to Persona and you really want to experience what people are enjoying, even though Atlas has loosened their restrictions, kudos to them. And also, if you want to get into the game, newcomer or fans alike, this game is for PS4 and PS3. A lot of people say this is a remastered version of Persona 5 for PS3, but it doesn't really matter. They both play exactly the same, and they're really, really good. So yeah, if you really want to get into the hype of Persona, get this game, aka my game of the year so far. Nothing is changing that so far, even though I'm like, what, four dungeons in? That it's saying a lot, actually. Moving on, Stardew Valley, the Collector's Edition. Yes, this was my game of the year for last year, along with Pokemon Sun, but again, this game is really good. If you want a good game that is reminiscent of the old Harvest Moons with a new twist to it, get this game. Concerned 8 put a lot of love into this, like I've mentioned before. He put a lot of love into this. A lot of care has been brought into this, and like I said, if you really want to, this has the complete soundtrack, a mini guide that's actually a portion of the actual Fangamer guide to the game, and it also comes with a map. So again, if you're into farming sims and you really want to play a good one, like a fantastic one, get Stardew Valley. If you want to spend $30, get this version, but if you want to spend like $15, because I believe on consoles and Steam it's $15, get it. This game is worth every single cent. But also get Persona 5 too. Yakuza 0. Now, funny enough, I actually heard a lot of good things about this game, but have I played it? No. See, 2 games ago, why? I spend too much time with Persona 5, but not with Yakuza 0. But like I mentioned, this game is actually really fun. I've seen many people, like a lot of people, play this game. It's really, really fun and enjoyable. And I believe, but I know for a fact that Sega is making a remaster of the first game, kind of with the same style as Yakuza 0, which is really nice visually. But yeah, if you really want a good game like Yakuza, get Yakuza 0. I still need to play it along with many others. Ukulele, if the camera can zoom in. There we go. Ukulele. I kind of was skeptical getting this game at first because I've heard all the controversy that went on with it, how they removed JonTron from the game's audio because of the racist shit that he said, even though it was the guy debating him that was at fault, not him. But other than that, and all the other shit that the Team 17 and Playtonic pulled, I decided to throw that aside and just get the game because a lot of people say this was reminiscent of Banjo-Kazooie. I got it, and I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of reminiscent of Banjo-Kazooie, but it has some faults. In one instance, for this, you get lost in this game really, really easily. I'm not gonna lie, they add too much stuff into the game, which I understand why. It's a collectathon, but they add too much stuff. Finding everything is gonna take you a while, and if you can get past the map, it's good. Another thing I've noticed, I think this is only with the PS4 version, the loading screens, it kind of freezes up a little bit. I've tried mentioning this to someone. They actually said that, oh, imagine if loading screens were on cartridges, which they are. See Vita, Switch, and 3DS. And I believe DS as well, but I don't know. I think it was mostly 3DS, Vita, and Switch. But yeah, this game is not so bad, though. Like, is it the best game, like, kickstarted? Kinda. It plays with your nostalgia, but it's a lot better than Mighty Number 9. That's saying a lot. But if you want a blast from the past, and if you want to play a game like a collectathon, I would just say play Conker's Bad Fur Day or the original Banjo-Kazooie games, but don't play Nuts and Bolts. But if you're really curious about Ukulele, I would say try it out. The game's pretty. It has its charm, and it has the music from the original Banjo-Kazooie games, aka Grant Kirkhope, who actually does a really good job with his music. So yeah, if you're really curious about Ukulele, I would recommend picking it up. And that is all for April. Now, I'm sorry that next month it's probably going to be a little bit tight. I'm probably going to make a longer update video, but in all honesty, I hope y'all understand, because money's going to be really tight for me, but I'm sure everyone understands. You need money to survive. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this game pickup for April. I hope to see you next time I do this. But until we meet again, this has been Levy the Outran. Keep on showing else. Goodbye for well ado, but most importantly, I will see you in the next part, or the next video that I put out with this. And good lord, my neighbors are stomping around. Thank you, Thunder Thighs. But until we meet again,